Most of the greenhouse gases blamed for climate change are coming not from vehicles but from buildings, and that means a good many homes are letting energy go to waste, and that's also a money problem. To help with solutions, and events being offered next Tuesday night by the Metropolitan Area Planning Council with collaboration from the residential energy efficiency company Next Step Living. And with more about the presentation are two guests from the council, the energy services coordinator Helen, and from Next Step Living, the community programs manager Travis Estes. Thank you both very much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
I'll start with Helen. Talk about the big picture here. You're the Metropolitan Area Planning Council, and why is this an important thing?
So it's important because, given the current situation, there was a lot of money coming into local cities and towns from the federal government for a while, and now they're starting to see the absence of that and to start to think through what are they going to do next. And, our role is to really help our member cities and towns. We serve Boston and also the surrounding 100 cities and towns, so helping them think kind of strategically about the kind of programs that they're going to offer, both in their own municipal operations, but also to their residences and businesses.
Travis, your company works with individuals, but also with larger entities. So explain that.
Sure. So not only in Boston, but in surrounding communities, we're working with municipalities, towns, and nonprofit organizations to help maximize their strategies and plans towards helping their residents access the Mass Save Home Energy Service program. This program is one of the best programs in the country in helping residents access incentives and rebates to lower their utility cost, improve comfort in their home, and reduce their ecological footprint.
Chris, what you're also going to be doing next week is trying to sell people on the idea of doing energy conservation. In Boston, we have not only new homes, but we also have some very old homes, drafty, and maybe they could do with some attention.
Absolutely, and that's one of the great things about the Mass Save program. Through Next Step Living, we're able to provide residents with a no-cost home energy assessment. Through that process, residents will get an opportunity to see how their house is working, how there are opportunities to improve the efficiency using those incentive and rebates that are available. Those rebates are fantastic because residents have access to up to $2,000 a year for insulation and weatherization. It's 75% off, as well as no-cost air sealing for their attics and basements. Addressing those issues can have a really large impact on that draftiness that you mentioned that a lot of residents feel in their homes. So when winter rolls around, not only are they more comfortable, but they get to save a little money and put it back into the local economy.
Well, by the way, any notion of how much money we're talking about? I know that this varies from building to building, but there must be some ballpark figure.
Sure. So I feel like a lot of the homes that we address are going to see a 5 to 20% increase in efficiency and a reduction in their utility rates. So that can be anywhere from $100 to a couple $100 a year for most of the residents that we do work on. And in some cases, like you mentioned, for those homes that are extremely inefficient, there's an opportunity for significant savings.
Helen, can you talk about how important those savings are in the bigger picture, because we've got energy prices in the globe really going up, and you have other things to be concerned about with energy, such as commuting.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, yeah. No, I think it's certainly important, and I think part of our focus is to help local governments improve their efficiency and spend less money on energy costs, utility costs, so that they can reinvest that money in more important things.
Travis, what about the people who do this work? Because that's also part of the economy.
Absolutely. The green economy in Massachusetts is just phenomenal. It's growing quickly. We've had fantastic support from the state and municipalities. Our company alone has grown to over 300 great green jobs in the past couple of years. We are equipping out of work residents with a strong career path in our company, whether it's starting out in weatherization crews and call centers helping residents navigate the Mass Save program. It's just part of a great economy here that's focused on sustainability and improving the environment.
And of course, one of the things that kept us going until recently was stimulus money from Washington. And Helen, what about that? If we don't have that money now, what does that mean?
It means that folks are going to have to think a little more innovatively about how they're paying for these things, but certainly there are a lot of models out there in terms of, there are grant programs, but there are also ways to sort of recapture the money that you've been spending on energy in the past and reinvest it. And, Massachusetts has a lot of really great policies and models in place and, has been sort of marked as first in the country for pioneering some of those solutions.
And Travis, I imagine this retrofitting and even the new construction standards that are more energy efficient, this in a way makes the economy, this area economy, more competitive probably.
Yeah, absolutely. We're able to draw a high-skilled working class now, people that are attuned to this, that want to be innovative. Through the universities, we're able to work with cutting-edge technologies to help identify ways to improve our practices and to better serve the residents.
By the way, what about some of the ideas for new construction? Because this isn't just about plugging holes here, but it could be where you have windows.
Sure. So, with new construction, there's a lot of options out there. I know through the Green Communities Act, stretch code is a component of that, where municipalities have the opportunity to adopt an extra layer of building code that helps to improve the efficiency of the homes that are being built, as well as for remodels. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about what are the best steps in terms of investment to address your home, and that's what we're ultimately going to be talking about next Tuesday night is, when residents look at their homes, when they want to improve efficiency on a budget, what do they need to be aware of? And again, that energy assessment is the first step in identifying those things. Windows, like you mentioned, are often the first thing people think about. In reality, from a return on investment perspective, it takes a long time to get that money back. And with the incentives and rebates that are available, people can make a small investment that's going to have a substantial impact on those costs that they're paying for utilities.
And that's to say nothing about upgrading the heating system, was it?
Absolutely. There are a lot of rebates and incentives out there as well through Mass Save in the state to replace old boilers, to upgrade systems. And that's all part of the program that we hope to educate residents about next week.
Helen, one other cloud here is that there's long been this perception that energy efficiency is expensive, it's pricey, and it's almost a luxury.
Yeah, so I think, and Massachusetts has been sort of a leader in this, really recognizing that efficiency is a resource in itself. It's not, it's like you have to buy energy, you buy efficiency, and it's actually a lower cost option. And, Massachusetts has recognized that and acknowledged that efficiency should be the first fuel that you address when deciding how to power your buildings and your economy. And it actually tends to make more sense.
We should mention the presentation. This is going to be next Tuesday night, and the exact time and
Yes.
place.
So I believe it's from 5:30 to 7 in Next Up Living's offices.
Yes, we're located at 25 Dry Dock Avenue on the 5th floor, and we're excited to have whoever's welcome to come. We're going to be going over the program and educating people about what's going on with Mass Save, as well as giving them an opportunity to see the green economy in action.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Travis Estes and Helen Aki. Still to come, a new charter school makes the grade, but first, this message.